others in Lebanon. He also denied that Israeli forces targeted non-combatants.
We target Hamas, we do not target civilians, and we've been doing everything possible to get civilians out of harm's way while we go after the terror monsters who perpetrated the October 7th massacre.
The son of Israeli cabinet minister and former military chief Gadi Eisenkot was killed in fighting in the Gaza Strip. The Israeli military did not provide details about the death of Gal Meir Eisenkot, other than that was killed in combat in the northern Gaza Strip. In a condolence message, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said he was heartbroken. A number of Israeli government officials and lawmakers also sent their condolences to the Eisenkot family. Opposition leader Yair Lapid posted a photo of Gal and Gadi Eisenkot in military uniforms hugging each other. Israel has already vowed to annihilate Hamas after its fighters killed 1,200 people in Israel and dragged 240 back to Gaza as hostages. Medical charity Doctors Without Borders says Gaza faces a catastrophe far beyond humanitarian crisis. The group described the situation in the enclave as chaotic and called it a, quote, humanitarian catastrophe. The group says that based on updates on the ground, people have been asked to squeeze in a very small area to escape Israeli bombardment. The charity's team in Gaza says people amassing at the southern tip of the enclave has become unsustainable. Israeli forces battled Hamas militants in Gaza's biggest city as the war enters its third month. 85% of Gaza's population has been left homeless, according to UN figures. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. still watching One News Now World. I'm Diego Castro. Seychelles declares a state of emergency after a flooding killed 3 people, while a huge blast at an explosives depot injured scores of others. The health ministry reports that Thursday's explosion caused mostly minor injuries to 178 people. The blast came following hours of heavy rain and flooding, which started Wednesday. Authorities, however, did not link the explosion to the weather. Waters from the rains flooded houses, washed away parts of roads, and caused landslides in some areas. Denmark's parliament passed a bill that makes it illegal to burn copies of the Koran in public places. This comes after a series of public protests where anti-Islam activists burned or otherwise damaged copies of the Koran. Denmark sought to strike a balance between freedom of speech and national security, amid fears that Koran burnings would trigger attacks by Islamists. According to the Danish parliament, breaking the new law would be punishable by fines or up to 2 years in prison. Let's now take a quick look at other stories we're watching. A magnitude 5.8 tremor hit central Mexico on Thursday. Earthquake alarms went off throughout the capital, sending people running out of businesses and homes. The U.S. military is grounding its fleet of V-22 Osprey aircraft. This comes after a crash that killed 8 people during a training mission in Japan last week. And Peach Fuzz is Pantone's color of the year for 2024. The company describes it as a velvety, gentle peach whose all-embracing spirit enriches mind, body, and heart. And those are the top world headlines of the hour. Join us again at 9:45 a.m. as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Diego Castro. We are One News. All sides, all the time.